Welcome back to the show, guys. It is March 19th. We got a lot to talk about today, and I keep messing up this date as I always do because I got a lot to talk about. I've been watching fighters every single day brawling in the ring, and today we have a live guest on the show. I hope all of your week so far is starting off great. Yesterday was Monday. It's a tough day for me. I got my coffee right here, my mug. Mother gave it to me. It says, "Wherever you go, I go." And it says right there, it's got a bike with 2 seats. So I'm not sure if she's driving the bike or I am, but I got this mug to get through the week, some caffeine. But listen, today we got a new guest on the show. First time live interview, Rambo Russo, bare-knuckle fighter. If you guys have been watching this podcast and show here, I've been bringing fighters on because I think it's dynamic. It's interesting. A lot of people are covering it. One of the fastest growing sports, especially in the fight game. Live on the show today. Welcome to the show, Rambo Russo, bro. So glad to have you on today with us. Hey,
what
man,
it is, man?
Where are you at now? Where are you based at? Tell them where you're based at.
Oh, I'm right now. I'm in Pompano, just chilling, vibing. That's where I stay at.
Pompano. Okay. So look, listen. I saw you out there actually at the fight the other day at Dolphin Mall. I know you were hyping up some of your boys, some of your teammates, those guys you spar with or at least train with. You know them really well. A lot of people in here. Good morning to everybody that's tuning in. I got some names. I can read everybody on here, but everyone that keeps coming in and out, I'm just going to say good morning to them real quick because I know they're looking to see you. Every time I post stuff, people calling, good morning, Tracy. Obviously, Howard, good morning. Jim Canoose from Florida also. The house, security at Bareknuckle is on here. Let's see on here who else is on here. My eyes are freaking terrible, so if you see me squint, I apologize. Candy, Young Merc is in the building. All right, Teresa, let's see. Adrian, look, Brittany, listen, I appreciate everyone tuning in because we're getting a lot of people in here right now. People are coming in. Oh, Polo, this guy handles whoever. If you're looking to order gear, shirts, all that, got a guy in here, Polo Molina. You'll see him in here. He's going to order a bunch of gear for BKFC. We're doing a lot of stuff with him. So everybody's looking for a sponsor. It's another guy here you can go to for all your gear, shirts, hoodies, and all that. He's in here too. But listen, Rambo, we're so glad to have you on the show, man. I got to tell you, watching some of your stuff, tell us how you got into bare-knuckle.
Man, so basically, my dog HD, he a bare-knuckle brawler. So, I knew HD for a long time.
We cutting out here for a second? We lost the connection for a second. We got to try to get him back in here. But until it connects properly, are you there? I got you. You're back, Rambo.
Yeah,
you're back. Give it to me.
So
let's go. So HD, let's go.
Yeah, HD was telling me about it. HD was telling me I was seeing HD. Me and HD was in the amateurs together. We was in the same amateurs. Same amateur background. And I see him coming up. We got a similar background. Just different stories, but similar background, different stories. So I hit him up and I'm like, "Yo, HD, I want to do this bare-knuckle too." So he actually connected and got me into it, cause
Really?
Yeah, he got me into it. So, I helped him get into the amateurs, get into my team in the amateurs before, we started branching off on doing our own little thing. So then he was like, "All right, you know what? I got you, Rambo, because you had me." So it was kind of like I scratched my back, I scratched yours type of thing.
Hey, look, man, all I'm saying is people that watch bare-knuckle, and every time I get on here, whether it's you or another bare-knuckle fighter, I'm like, look, this is a real sport. And people are like, yeah, this is fighting. And people thought it was gruesome at first, right? They said, oh, man, I got some pictures and stuff. So we're going to go to some videos of you knocking people out. I know you're a brawler. I like what you're doing. We're following what you're doing. You got a lot of people that are tuning in that also like what you're doing. More people are coming in right now. Here's what I'm saying. When I see you on here, if I got videos and clips, so I'm going to show in a second, I want to go too fast, let people get to know you first. And
yeah, let them tap in.
Are you born and raised in Pompano? Where are you born and raised? There? Nowhere?
Nah, look, I'm born in Cali. I'm born in Cali. I was born in Cali, but I moved when I was 4. I moved when I was and I came down here, and I was more of a Lauderhill person. I was in Lauderhill for the longest of my life. Okay. But, I was mostly born in California.
So look, you get into fighting, right? And so basically what I want to know is, growing up, right, was like, hey, let's get in there and throw blows? Like, who was in there as a kid? I grew up family fighting, cousins fighting. Like, how did you ultimately say, this is what I want to do?
I was always in the streets fighting. Like that was just bro, like I was never really no bad kid. Like I'll never portray to be like one of them kids that like breaking cars or houses or do all that dumbass shit. I was never that type of kid, but I was that kid that jump off campus to go hop on another campus to go beat that kid up. Or
Okay.
you say something about me or say something about my friends. Oh yeah, I'll be the first one up in the headline to go fight. I was always a fighting type of person. So it just like turning my negative into a positive. That's how I seen it. I had a bad negative as a kid, fighting all the time, and I just turned that negative into a positive. So it really worked out in my favor, to be honest with you. A lot of people ain't think, all this fighting is gonna make me like either be in jail or dead, but it's really be the success of my life, to be honest with you.
Listen, what I got to tell you is I got some highlights, man. Walk us through this. Like, what is this like? You get in there. Look, I watched this clip like 100 times. The speed, right? Like, I love getting to know these guys has been great with HD, getting to know Merc. And I say that because watch them come on the show, watch them in person. I'm like, yo, these guys are like, they waste no time. Like, HD's out there, brawling. I watch them throw some blows. I watch obviously Merc, and they're pressing it. Like, they're not like slowing down. And I see you got the same kind of speed. Like, it's so hard to beat somebody with the precision like this. Like, it's not always about the power, right? Like, people think when they get in the ring, oh, I'm tough. I watch you step back here and the right hook, I watch how fast it's bang. It's like, it's so damn fast. Like, it really doesn't matter if somebody's 200 pounds, 250 pounds, 150 pounds, your weight class or not. Like, the ability to be the precision like that is so hard to beat. And I saw that ring. I'm like, whoa, this ring is a little smaller than I expected it to be bigger. And it's like fighting in a closet. Like, I'm like, okay, you can't really move around that much. So your ability and precision's got to be on.
Yeah, it really, they just made the ring a little more shorter, but I love to fight in the ring like that because I'm the type of person, I don't even back up when I fight. Anyways, I use angles and I'm more of a action-packed fighter. Anyways, I like to keep it right there in my arm length of reach. Anyways, but that position, like that people don't understand that shit. That just don't come overnight. That's not something that you could be working all your life. Sometimes God just have his chosen ones, and I feel like I'm one of his chosen ones. You get what I'm saying? So just having that type of speed, power, and precision is just like it's God gifted at the same time. But you can't just take God's gift and just use that. You gotta work hard with that. You get what I'm saying? Because God, whatever God give you, God could take from you at the same time. You get what I'm saying?
Walk us through this. Tell us about what's going through your mind, though. Like, walk us through when you're in the ring. How are you feeling right now?
I'm be honest with you. I got a tunnel vision when I'm in there. Like when I'm in there, it's just calculations and math but I never grew up like when I grew up, like it was hard for me because my mama and my daddy passed away when I was young. So when you so young and you lose your mama and daddy, it's hard for you to stay in school.
Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that, Rambo.
It's good, it's been a long time. So I've been past that. But when I'm in that ring, I understand the science, I understand the math, and it's a whole different calculation from the school. You get what I'm saying? From in that ring. So it's just crazy to me how I get in that ring and I'll just turn to a whole different person. I could be dancing, laughing, having fun, but then when I'm in that ring, it's like a whole nother mode. Yeah.
So tell us about your family. So, and again, everyone in here in the chat, hit the like button. He's going to explain notion about his family. And so tell us about your mother and your father. So you lost them early?
Yeah, I lost them early. My daddy was actually a Vietnam veteran, and he got on like heroin really, really, really bad. So once he got on heroin, like my mama ended up like following in his footsteps. So once upon a time they ended up shooting up the needle with somebody and caught AIDS, and it kind of like you feel me? Yeah. So it was disturbing for me, but
how old were you, Rambo?
My mama died at 14, but when my mama died, my daddy, like, I ended up going to my grandma, and my grandma, like, kept me away from my daddy. At first, I thought my daddy was, like, I thought he would vacate from my life. But, me growing up and getting older, I learned that my grandma kept me away from my daddy. My daddy died in 2016. My daddy, my grandma, and my sister, they all died 3 months apart from each other in the same year.
That's such a tough... a lot of people go through a lot of things. And every time I end the show, at the end of my show, every single day, whether I have a fighter on, an athlete on, or I just do a show by myself and I have a live footage and stuff, I end the show every day with a quote because people have no idea what you have to overcome. And it's easy to judge somebody really easily. Like, oh, look at that guy or this. And growing up as a kid, like I look at someone and go, look at that guy. And I didn't come from all that much shit. I had excellent parents, right? I didn't come from or how I live right now. I've been telling people that too, because I want people to understand me and my background. I didn't come from how my production, how my house looks right now, but I had excellent parents, excellent family, and they tried to guide me like I'm sure they wanted to guide you, right?
Yeah, they want, of course. Yeah, you know, every. Well, I can't say every because I don't know, but I know my people, they wanted the best for me. But you know, sometimes the addiction it'd be hard to overcome, and it was hard for them to overcome. You know, my family. I'm actually a fourth generation star of my family, but my daddy kind of broke the chain. You know, doing to what he was doing. You know, he was a Golden Glove champion, but then after that, he had set off to the Vietnam War. Then when he came back, he just wasn't the same person. So it kind of like broke the chain of, you know, but I'm bringing it back though. I'm bringing it back.
Look, what I got to tell you is your obstacles, right? And why I show these clips, this picture here, the precision, the accuracy, and I'm gonna get back to your family in a second, but for you to get in there, overcome these obstacles, show up, right? I saw a guy get off a bus, probably looked like he just went to work. Then got on the bus, got off with a book bag and some flip-flops and was like, gonna go fight for my first time. Like, with no support system, like I saw, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, I grew up a little rough, you know, tougher than most people, but I had a big support cast. I had my entire family. In my games, I had all these people in my corner, and it was like, man, I scored a touchdown. I look up at all my aunts and uncles. It was so, and the reason I'm saying that is because I realized how blessed I was to have all those people in my corner. I might have all the money, but I was truly blessed to have all those people, Rambo. And what I'm saying is there's a lot of people that are blessed athletically, like blessed mentally to stay focused, the precision you got. But to overcome those obstacles, right? It's not easy. And right now, tell us, you're currently going through some stuff right now, right? Tell us what you want to tell us about what you recently have gone through. So, and tell us what you want, you know?
Yeah, I'm going through some stuff right now, but you know, since I'm actually still going through it, I can't really talk about it because of, you know, it's an open case. But all I can say is, you know, the same accusations that I'm going through ruin my past. I'm promised to the world that I'm not going to let it ruin my future. You get what I'm saying? That's all I can really say. I'm just not going to let it ruin my future. But other than that, you know, God put his toughest warriors through the toughest tests, and it's up to his, you know, brightest soldiers to overcome it. If they don't overcome it, then they were just never his strongest soldiers in the first place. I'm one of his toughest soldiers. So one thing I could tell you, I'm gonna overcome through any obstacle that he put me through, because he wouldn't put me through it if he know that I won't overcome it.
All right, you know what? I'm glad you explained that, because see, there's a lot of fighters that I talk to, and some come from good backgrounds, background. Doesn't mean every fighter has a bad background. Like sometimes it gets a rap like, oh, fighters come from bad backgrounds. I think fighters have a lot of obstacles, right? And they turn to things that's like, hey, this is how I've been designed. Like my DNA has built me this way. Like I had a guy on the show here, Stuvie, a fighter. He's based in Canada. He was on the show, and he goes, he had and he also said on the show, he said he had a sister that was handicapped when they were little. So they used to make fun of him all the time, him and her. And he was like, yo, I had so much anger. And like, I had to get it out. Like the only way to get it out was to turn to fighting, right? Like this was kind of, he couldn't control that his sister was handicapped, or he couldn't control those people were making fun of him. So your mentality is just different. The mold is just different, right? So you losing your mother and your father and live with your grandmother and trying to grow. I have family just like that. I have cousins that went through the same thing, and it's not easy. Having mom in the corner, dad in the corner, helping with homework. I got 3 kids along the way. I got to come home from work. I record my show. I have another business. I got to be here with them. Do your homework. Do this. Without having someone do that for you, it's not easy. School's not easy. I mean, I'm just saying, I appreciate what you're doing.
I appreciate it.
So tell us this. When you're fighting, right, and you get in the ring, what is your next goal? Like, I'm watching you, again, this clip, I'm seeing you fight. The speed is what I see. And I see you as a boxer. I see you as a brawler. I see you a Bareknuckle. I could see you killing it in boxing. I'm just saying. And HD too, Merc. I'm just saying. The speed precision is like, look, this guy needs a freaking contract for some big dollars. Like, if I'm this guy's manager right now, we're going right to the podium. Look, man, my guy's got to get paid. This guy's the real deal. Like, we're not bullshitting. Like, my guy's the real deal.
I appreciate it. Look, man, I'm trying to reach the stars, man. But I'm finna do my thing, get Bareknuckle, because to be honest, bro, they the ones that gave me the opportunity and chance. And shout out to my team, All In Management, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be in the position that I'm in right now. But listen, after I'm done with this Bareknuckle, and ain't gonna be no time soon, because I really just see I want to be one of the planet stars of Bareknuckle. I'll jump into some boxing too. I have no problem jumping in boxing, because I've been boxing 9 years of my life. It's something that I did majority, and it trickled down to my my past and my family, down my family. So it'll be something I tap into later on too.
I like that. So who do you want to fight next? Or do you have a fight coming up right now, or are you waiting for a fight?
I'm letting my team do the work right now, see what's next. But I got somebody in mind. But
I'm waiting for your system to reconnect there, Rambo. Got a little weak. There you go. You're back. So,
okay.
So do you have a fighter in mind you want to announce, or you don't want to say it right now?
I mean, yeah, no. I mean, bro, like, to be honest, who I want to fight Dotson. You get what I'm saying? Or if I could fight Rigadao, I could fight Rigadao. But my team it's really all up to my team. They look at me as a building stage, as they trying to build me and make me as a great fighter. But I'm the type of person, I'm a dog. I want the best of the best, and I want to go out there and I want to sick them, because I don't see nobody. I believe in me over anybody. You get what I'm saying? But I let my team choose, and I let my team set me up for my fight. So it's whatever they want to do. But if I had an option and I had a choice, man, give me somebody top 5. I want somebody in my top 5 bracket, to be honest with you. The top 5 bracket. If they ain't top 5, I don't care about them. But hey, it's what they want to do.
I hear you. You want the fight. Give me the fight. I'm ready to go.
That's all I want to.
Are you ready right now to fight? If they said, hey, fighting this weekend, you ready to go right now?
I'll go right now. That is in my blood. I'm getting first round knockouts. That's all I'm looking at. First round. Yep. Like, people don't understand the power that I was. Like, they look like they see, but they don't understand what's really behind it. I don't even throw power. To me, I throw pain. Everything that comes with these swings is pain. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Hey, listen to this. So getting on for a second, as you came on the show, I said, you have any kids? And you said you had 2 kids. Can you tell, you have a son and daughter, what is this?
That's my baby girl, man.
Tell me about this for a second.
Like, she's everything, that's my baby girl. She stay with me now, so I do everything for her. She loves her daddy, she's a daddy girl before anything. Like, we was just sleeping together last night. She got her own bed, but every night she find her way next to me in the bed.
Yeah, listen, I have a daughter, so I got 2 boys. I just had a daughter. I got 1 boy on the way now too. So I know what this picture is. Like, I know what this feels like. And I just wanted to tell you, everyone that's in here right now in the chat, show some love to this guy. They already are. Put some in the chat for this guy's got a beautiful daughter. He's fighting. He lost his mom, his dad. He's doing his thing. He's building up while he's raising kids. This is hard, man. This is real life. And you're becoming a superstar and doing this. You got kids. It's not easy, man. They got school, all these things. So I want to tell you, I want to hear from you. So my daughter is every day in my bed. She's 1 year old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you got your own bed. This is a whole set. Like, lay over there. She stands up. If it was on my boys, I'm like, go to bed. When it's my daughter, I'm like, dude, she wants to come lay with us.
I'd be like, damn, man. Like, I'd be like, man, boy, take your ass to sleep when it's my son. But when it's my daughter, I'm like, come, baby. I don't know. It's like, a different connection.
I'm not even trying to do that. Like, I'm not even trying to follow the mold. Like, people like, oh, it's just daddy's girl. I'm not trying to automatically do that. It's just this feeling like my boys, I'm like, go lay down, like, whatever. And then she's there. I'm like, at first I'm like, okay, go to bed. And then she's like, dad, or whatever. I'm like, okay, it's cool. Right.
It's just that soft spot, because it's like the same way with my BM and her son. You get what I'm saying? Like, she more tougher on my daughter than I'm tougher on my daughter. But then, she's so baby boy with her boy. You get what I'm saying? So I just look at it like that. It's just a different connects. Because my son, I raised him to be tough and built and strong. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he gotta be tough. 'Cause I want him following the lineage of fighting. You get what I'm saying? So right. I gotta be tough on him regardless. I show him tough love. I ain't just down hard, mean, and because my son will tell you, boy, he loved his daddy and he got the rawest daddy in the world. But it's just different from you and your daughter because you got to baby the girl more. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when she grows up or she got to look at it like, okay, if nobody don't got me, my daddy got me, and that's how it's gonna always be, no matter what.
1,000%. 1,000%. And what? That's why I pulled that up. And I just want to say, look, I know we just got a chance to meet you. I saw you at the event. I'm gonna watch you fight. We're proud of you, regardless, man. This is a great.
I appreciate that, man. I'm just trying to be the dad that, my daddy couldn't be, even though he was. I ain't going to say my daddy wasn't a good daddy. Just, the situations that he faced, it was hard for him to be the daddy that he was supposed to be. Because I could tell my daddy was a good daddy. It just, he faced a lot of obstacles that he couldn't beat. But me, I'm a different person. I'm a different breed from within my family. So I'm finna show why I'm the, I'm the difference maker in my family. And, I ain't grow up with the family that I wanted, but I can make the family that I need right now. And that's what I'm doing right now.
I like that. So, and I appreciate having done it. So can you give us a couple quick questions before you go? What do you have to, first off, just to your fans that are watching you, that are supporting you, what do you have to say to your fans that are growing with you? And I mean, you're going to build them really quickly. People that are here right now, go on, type in Rambo. You're going to see him on there, Rambo LaFlair, right? Mm-hmm. But you're going to see him on Instagram. You're going to see him all over. He's going to come out on our show and join with us. We're going to be at these events. We're going to interview him live before his fights. We're going to be there in your corner seeing you go. What do you have to say to your fans that are watching you?
Man, y'all stay tuned, man, because ain't nothing slow it down. I ain't putting no brakes on this car. We crashing the party. That's what I'm talking about. So y'all just stay tuned, man. And that belt is gonna be around my waist in a matter of no time because I'm active, I'm ready, and I'm always in training. I got training soon. So when y'all see me, just know it's gonna be action packed. Everything gonna be action packed and fireworks, because that's just the type of fighter I am. I'm an explosive fighter.
It's exciting when you're there. When I first got there, I watched boxing for UFC. Bare knuckle is, some people it's gruesome, right? You're like, This is not, front row type people might want to go to the back row. Like, this isn't what you want to see. But
you want to be front row for them type of fights.
Yeah, I know. After that, I'm like, I like this. This is my thing. And last question, similar, but last question. Bare knuckle people, I'm talking to them all the time, and they're probably going to see some of this. I'll send some stuff. What do you have to say? And that's a similar answer, but what do you have to say to the people in bare knuckle that are like, we're trying to find Rambo a fight right now. We want to get him this fight, line him up. What do you have to say to them directly about just your character, what you're going to bring? You have obstacles, right? What are you going to bring to bare knuckle? Why should they give you that higher fight? Why do they want to make you the prize fighter?
Because listen here, man. I'm not like these other cats. I'm myself. I'm genuine. I got my own phone. To be honest, I'm myself. A lot of people love me just because of my energy. I could walk in the room and my charisma's so high, I don't even have to say nothing. A person gonna be like, who is that? Who is that? Yeah. It's just my character speaks for itself. So once my fan base and everything get to a certain climax, oh my God, I swear I'm finna be the face of bare knuckle. I'm already got the knockout power. I already got the swag. I got everything y'all need. To be honest with y'all, all I need is the right platform. All I need is the right exposure. And once I get that, then I'm telling y'all, man. We're through the roof. I could be a household name for y'all. Easy.
And he's not lying. Guys, watch us right now. He's not lying because we're at the fight and like 2 or 3 people are like, who's that guy? I'm like, that guy right there. I didn't meet him yet, So I'm like, this guy's not relying. He shows up, and this isn't in a room. This is outside, a lot of people. And people are like, who is that guy, right? Like, they want to know who you are.
Itself. Yeah, it speaks for itself.
It's your swag. It's who you are. It's how you carry yourself. It's your ability. You're good with people. They approach you. You're an approachable person. You'll sign autographs. You'll be that guy that bare knuckle wants to show, to publicize, right? Like, that's what you're saying.
Most def. Just me, point blank, period. I show, and then like what you say, I'm that guy that sign autographs. I'm the guy I'll sign your forehead if you want me to. Like, you feel me?
Right.
I'm a approachable guy, because at the end of the day, I appreciate all the blessings that's coming my way because of my past. I love everything that's happening for my future right now. So I love everything. I ain't no person to get no stiffler or get mad and be like, why you in my face? And nah, bro. I appreciate everything that's coming my way. To be honest with you.
Look, we appreciate you, Rambo, and thanks for giving us a little background on your story, history, your family. It's been great for people that are going to get to know you, but even for us, because we're going to see you a lot. And I'm going to I got to bring my kids in there to train with you for a couple of days. You got to like show them some of the ropes, man. Like, look, they don't want to train with daddy. They want to train with someone out there who's doing it right now. So
yeah.
I'm going to bring that by, get some pictures with you, throwing some punches with a punching bag, and I'll be great.
Most def, I'm ready for them. I'm ready. I get them right and take the pictures and everything, man. I love the kids, man.
All right,
they're the next generation, to be honest with you.
I look forward to seeing you again on here again after fights. We'll have you jump back on here, talk about your fights. We'll have you get interviewed at your fights and even at other events and stuff. Want to try to bring you out and do some cool stuff with the city. I look forward to seeing you fight. I look forward to also seeing you grow as a person at the same time.
I appreciate you. That's dumb love. I can't wait to be back on the show, for sure.
Gotcha, buddy. We'll be uploading all this stuff to YouTube, social media, everywhere. So I'll be talking after the show.
Okay, dumb love.
All right, buddy. Talk soon, buddy. Interesting. But moving on, we have Odell Beckham Jr. is in talks with the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Interesting conversations. Odell Beckham has played for so many teams now, right? The Giants was a beast. Love watching him there. Then he went, he was with the Cleveland Browns, and he had his buddy over there too. And then it's like, okay, look, he's with the Rams. But the guy's winning Super Bowls, right? And then look, he goes to the Ravens. They get so damn close. And then didn't work out. Now he says goodbye to the Ravens. And now they look, the Chiefs pulled up first Howard. These in conversations. Now, can you imagine this guy being with Patrick Mahomes on the Kansas City Chiefs? I mean, I'm just saying, I didn't really think Odell Beckham Jr. was going to continue to play football, continue to keep playing, obviously, years and years of this. And then, obviously, the social media stuff. And maybe he's not good enough anymore, all these injuries. But he just keeps popping up with different teams. And here's the thing, even crazier, right? He right now is quote unquote dating Kim Kardashian. Howard pulled up. It's like he's dating her, and the conversation is, whoa, will Kim Kardashian now be in the box with Taylor Swift? Like, can you just imagine Odell Beckham Jr. playing there, obviously with the Chiefs, and now you have Taylor Swift standing in the press box, right? Or up there in her own box, suite, whatever. And then you got freaking Kim Kardashian there. Like, the Kansas City Chiefs, this isn't LA, it's not New York, it's not Miami, it's Kansas City. And all these celebrities are going to be standing there. And of course, everyone's going to say, oh, it's a fixed sport. Oh, I don't know. They're just showing Kansas City so much love. I'm just telling you, Howard, back to that picture with the Chiefs, please. Excuse me. I can't even imagine this setup, right? They're missing a receiver. I've been saying this for a long time. The identity was just a little bit off. They didn't have a receiver. They had a receiver, but they didn't have that all-star guy. Bringing Odell Beckham Jr. and just keeping who they got in there could be interesting, right? Not like Odell's the number one guy. Now, I'm not saying he's a guy worth 20, 30, 40, $50 million. But if you can get him for a year or two and just come in even like a decoy, catch some passes, the morale, the excitement, the energy, obviously the celebrity status coming in with Kim Kardashian in the box, Kansas City's going to erupt. I mean, literally, like all these kind of firepower, star power just brings more conversation. And then obviously we have all those people out there that think it's fixed and they say, oh, all the refs are on the Kansas City Chiefs side. That's why. And now they have all the star power and political power. It's just, look, it's Kansas City. I'm just saying, not a bad place. Not saying that, but it's not LA. It's not Miami. It's not New York. I mean, it's a smaller market, but it's a huge market. 2 Super Bowls in a row. They won another Super Bowl, and now to be the first time ever to do that if they can. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, obviously Andy Reid. If they get Odell Beckham Jr., they got Pacheco in the backfield. Very interesting to see what happens out there in Kansas City. Let's move on to this. 49ers, look at this, okay? Penalized by NFL after payroll error, right? So there's a payroll error, so now the NFL's penalizing the 49ers, taking away draft picks. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but due to their own calculations and errors, they're taking away draft picks. realistically, for 2025, they're missing picks. I mean, it's just like, look, that's not a good situation, right? Somebody got paid wrong, and I can tell you one thing, somebody got paid wrong, but at 150% wasn't Brock Purdy, because we already know what he's not making. Pull it up, Howard. Brock Purdy behind here. He's not making a lot of money. So, his payroll here wasn't up. And then they just brought in Dobbs. Right? Josh Dobbs is going to be the backup to Brock Purdy. Very interesting. He played great last season. Keeps bouncing around. But look, with the Vikings, he played good. They could have kept him there as a starter, to be honest with you. Came in and played well. And now he is the backup to Brock Purdy. Very interesting. But yeah, they lose a draft pick or multiple picks. And then heading into 2025, it's like, hey, the 49ers are this close. Missing a couple little things. They had great players, right? Now they're going to lose those picks. Not a good situation. I'm sure they won't be devastated by it, but it's not something that's going to be good for the organization, right? Like those calculations and errors don't come often, I'm sure, but it was found by the NFL, the whole league. So that's an issue now. Those in draft picks. That's just a situation story out there. Moving on to this. What happened to Michael Thomas? Right? Like, obviously he's gone, cut. But I saw Michael Thomas years ago in Miami. And he was like, I'm going to be a beast. And I saw this guy in my building. And I'm like, he looks familiar, but I couldn't recognize him at first. And I'm like, he was there, I played at Ohio State. And I'm like, oh yeah, Michael Thomas, Ohio State, beast mode, guy you got to watch. I go, who's your agent? He's like, I don't have an agent yet. I'm working on this, working on that. And I'm like, well, shit, you need some connection, right? And he goes, look, I'm looking for an agent. And I said, I'm getting my agent license. I'm going to build sports agent, building a platform. And he's like, yeah, get it, man. We'll talk. So long story short, Michael Thomas goes to make what, $70 million or more? I'm like, well, that was stupid on my part. I didn't chase that shit. But at the end of the day, I pull up the stats here. I mean, since 2016, he got in there first year, 1,100 yards, then 1,200 yards, 1,400 yards, 1,700 yards, touchdowns galore. Total in his history, 6,500 receiving yards, and he's got over 36 touchdowns. And I'm looking at this, all of a sudden he gets injured, and in 2020, he's got some problems, right? All of a sudden, Michael Thomas starts dropping off drastically, and people are like, damn, Michael Thomas, he's hurt. He'll come back next year, like everybody usually bounces back to next season. And it was 2020, not much. 2020, then it was 2021, not there at all. 2022, nothing, 100 yards. 2023, 440 yards. And it's like, you're talking about a guy that was a superstar, a guy that the Saints loved, Drew Brees loved, the whole NFL loved. He was a guy that got a crap ton of money, was probably the leading receiver and the best receiver in one of his, top years. And a guy that people wanted to watch play, obviously moving on now, cut by the Saints, and we'll see what happens with him. But anyway, Michael Thomas was a beast. Just want to share that. No longer with the Saints, but man, literally fell off. It's like, what happened to this guy? Guy was an animal and not playing anymore. Anyway, moving on to the Miami Heat. Listen to this, okay? Evan, what is it? Fournier, I'm trying to read this correctly. Fine. $25,000 for what? Right? Fine for what? For punting a basketball. Right? Bang. Right? Upset at the Heat game. Right? He takes it and he punts it. Right? So, obviously not playing with the Heat, but it says Miami Heat at the game. Punts the basketball. Fined $25,000 for what? It's like, I didn't even do anything, right? Like, this is how it is now. Like, in the NBA, Draymond Green, they let that go for a while. That's not going to fly anymore, right? Like, we're going to keep things top notch. And at the end of the day, he punts the basketball and they go, hey, for that, we're fining you $25,000. And I'm just saying, let these guys play, right? Who gives a shit? They didn't hurt anybody. He's upset. The Heat make the shot, bang. He punts it off. Oh, wow, right? Like, move on, live and fight another day. And then, hey, Howard, do we have the breaking set up here? Do we show the breaking news?
Yeah, you should be good to press it.
I believe we have it. Let me see here if we have the actual. Okay, we don't have the photo here. But Paul Pierce, LA home, burglarized. Okay, this is breaking news. His home, and look at this, $100,000 cash, watches stolen. Paul Pierce, LA home, right? This is interesting. I'm not sure if we have a graphic or not. Howard, do we have a graphic of Paul Pierce in the background or no?
No, we don't.
All right, that's okay. So I'm just saying, Paul Pierce, LA home, completely burglarized. People get in there. How they even get in there in the first place is interesting. but they break in there, steal $100,000, and then watches, right, stolen from his house. I'm just saying, first off, you're an NBA basketball player, played for a long time, excellent player. And then all of a sudden they say, you have to have security. You have to have an alarm system. Where was your ADT? I don't know. But they broke in, they stole $100,000 in cash, which now he has to report, which I'm sure he probably didn't. And now watches stolen. Interesting, right? Like, how did that happen? But moving on to the quote of the day to end our show like we always do for you guys. You didn't come this far to only come this far, right? And I like this because it's like, okay, you got here. Wow, you made those steps. But you didn't come this far to only come this far. Like, you didn't get there and just stop right there, right? Like, once you build to a certain position and growing, like our show here, it's time to grow more. It's time to build. It's time to take what you got and turn it into millions of dollars, or turn it into being successful, or turn it into being healthy and in good shape or good condition, whatever that is. If you're trying to lose weight, which right now I'm running every day, I'm back on it, going crazy. I want to make sure I'm fit, healthy, building on here every single day, be well-rounded like everybody else that also wants to do that. I'm just saying, you didn't come this far to stop now, right? Like, you didn't come this far to only come this far, guys. So let's keep focused on that. I hope all of you are having a great day so far. I hope all the entertainment, we have some comedy, obviously, but sports entertainment we bring to you every single day. I hope we're extending that caliber and bringing you guys what you guys want to see. We got more people coming on the show this week. It's going to be very interesting. More people, fighters, players, a lot of stuff coming on to tell their stories. It's getting better and better for us to keep learning more about these people and expanding our network. I hope all of you have an excellent day and start to your Tuesday. That's why we get up here in the morning and get on here. Enjoy your day, and we will see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday, bright and early, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time.